A cordial greeting. Today is Sunday, July 2, 2023. This is meteorologist Ruben Garcia speaking. In this video, we will be discussing the cyclonic activity expected in the Eastern Pacific region during this week. The Eastern Pacific region was very active last week, with the formation of two hurricanes, Hurricane Adrián and then Hurricane Beatriz, which affected Colima and Jalisco. In the visible satellite image, we can still see the circulation associated with what was Hurricane Adrián. It is now over the cold waters of the Eastern Pacific. The circulation of Hurricane Beatriz rapidly dissipated as it crossed over Colima and Jalisco, thanks to the mountains in this region. Fortunately, reports indicate that it did not cause much damage to Mexico. These are good news as it brought significant rainfall to an area that has been suffering from a drought since the beginning of this year. After this active period, there will be a slight calm for several days. However, models predict the formation of 2 to 3 additional hurricanes during the next 7 to 10 days. The National Hurricane Center has already marked the region south of Mexico. There is a moderate probability of a tropical cyclone forming, which would be named Tropical Storm Calvin. It is important for residents of Guerrero, Michoacán, Colima, Nayarit, and Jalisco to stay vigilant about the evolution of this future cyclone, as some models show a trajectory very similar to what we saw with Hurricane Beatriz. Let's briefly see what the models show. Here we have the American model, the GFS, which for the following weeks Monday shows a strong tropical storm or hurricane approaching sectors of Colima and Jalisco. Also, note that it predicts the formation of another area of low pressure south of Chiapas, although this forecast is still long-term. We can also see the forecast from the European model, which has a tropical storm developing over the weekend to the west of Michoacán and Colima. It also shows an area of low pressure developing south of Chiapas and Guatemala. We also have the German model with a similar forecast, potentially showing the development of Tropical Storm Calvin to the west and southwest of Michoacán, and another area of low pressure developing south of Chiapas over the weekend, which will likely be named Tropical Storm Dora. Additionally, the United Kingdom model also shows the potential development of the first disturbance, which would be Tropical Storm Calvin. The best global models all forecast the development of at least 1 or 2 cyclones during this week. That is why the National Hurricane Center has a 50% chance of development over the next 7 days. Since it is a long-term forecast, there is still uncertainty about the trajectory, as we can see in the ensemble members of the American model. Note that there are different scenarios, from a westward trajectory like Hurricane Adrián had, to a slightly more eastward trajectory threatening Guerrero, Michoacán, Colima, or Jalisco. It is important for all residents of southern Mexico to stay alert in the coming days to see how the model forecasts evolve. This uncertainty in the trajectory can also be seen in the ensemble members of the European model, where there are several scenarios, from a westward trajectory moving away from Mexico to other members that have a trajectory near or over the coast. The GFS model also shows all the activity expected in the coming days. Note that it possibly has Hurricane Calvin and then, in the long term, it develops another tropical system with the potential to become Hurricane Dora, passing just south or very close to the Mexican coast. Stay tuned to Hurricane Info for more information if you live in Mexico. See you later.